Hi everybody, I'm just going to do a brief overview of what I look for when I come to buy a scooter. Just give you some pointers. If you're buying basically a project, then this don't really apply, because you're looking at building engines, you're looking about paint. I'm basically talking about a scooter that you'll be buying for road going at the moment. So what I would look for is general appearance. Do you like what you see? Is it in good nick? This is filthy at the moment. I've not cleaned it for ages, not been out on it for a while either, but that's another story. So what I would actually say is, and I did start this, I didn't realise I wasn't recording, so you have to excuse me. So it looks like it's going to start first time. I'm not trying to con anybody. Normally that would be a good start, but I did start it first kick on the video that wasn't recording. What I was explaining as well, because this is a full DC system, not a normal PX wiring, things like the horn, lights work. I've got high beam on at the moment. Sorry. We've got high beam, low beam, lights off, pilot light off, your horn works regardless basically of where you are. The speedo times out, that comes on its own. Indicators work. I don't know if I can show you that, but they work together, front and back, not individually like a PX normally does. That would come on, the back one would come on, vice versa. Also on my handlebars, sorry if the camera jumped a bit there, when I've got the indicators on, that tells me on the handlebars. It's just what I've done myself. Also when the lights are on and high beam, yeah, so high beam off, low beam, high beam, low beam. Turning on the ignition gives me how much petrol I've got in the tank. It's a digital one, not an analog one. Just what I've wanted for myself basically. Another thing to do, if you've got a key, make sure the key fits all the locks, including your seat on a PX. It's not expensive, but it's just something that could prove that everything comes with the bike. So seat locks and unlocks and ignition. What I'd also say as well, check your brakes feel good, your clutch feels good. I mean, I've never known a lighter clutch on a scooter in my life that's got an uprated Koza clutch in it. Noisier than the old one. And then I've fitted a disc brake to this, so the wheel spins. Yeah, it's partially hydraulic, so you've got a cable and you've got hydraulic. I think it's every bit as good as a hydraulic, and you've got your old view of your handlebars are the same. Somebody's just cracking up with their lawnmower again. Check the seats in good nick, because that's another £100 plus. Your twist grips are good, the stand's good. Does it roll off the stand all right? Do the back brake work? Your brake lights, roll it off the stand. I mean, you can actually ride it as well, which I'd advise you to take it for a spin up the road. That way you're going to check how it balances, what your tyres are like. Always have a visual inspection of the sidewalls, what the actual wheels are like, if they're all rusty, if there's any play at all, which on this scooter there's absolutely none. You can't hear a rocking or anything but forward and back. This is not running standard. They're slightly upgraded brakes front and back, just for a bit of comfort basically. But you're looking at, is the disc worn out? I mean, you know, you'll always get marks on them. The bearing's good. Do they feel nice and easy to turn? Which this does. What I suggest you do is grab the wheel there and wheel there and just rock it like in that sort of a motion. So push on there and pull on here and vice versa, up and down on the top. Then get the bike itself. Does it stop left and right? So the stops are stopping, it's not worn out. With the PXs, they tend to break these and break the steering locks off. You can't really check that on somebody else's scooter if you're coming to buy it, but I recommend that you undo the cover afterwards and just check your ignition switch is underneath here, and you've got your wiring basically all comes down here. I'm just trying to think what else you've got. This has got, as I say, different speedo that I fitted myself, just to keep up. You know, I actually know what speed I'm doing. It's not like a million miles out. But generally, if you're looking for a run-of-the-mill riding round scooter, I don't think you can go wrong with a PX. It's the backbone of scootering, as we know anyway. So I've had this one for about 8 years now, 8 or 9 years. I've lost count with it. It's been restored after about a year of owning it, so I'm more than happy with it. It's like I say, it's my go-to. It's just literally, it's minging at the moment. It needs a good polish up. Chrome wants polishing, and it's because it's end of season now. I've let the MOT lapse on it as well, which I don't normally do with this scooter. But as I say, you're just looking at cable condition. Have a look if there's any rust under here. With a Vespa, they tend to go here, as you can see with the dirt. That's where the stones hit, under here. And right in this, underneath this part at the bottom, check under there. I don't know if I can actually get under there and show you that. Let's see if we can get under there. The exhaust is a little bit in the way, but you're looking at there, that's a standard original exhaust. You know, are the wheels good? Does it look like it's been looked after? Has it got good compression? I mean, this is a 210 anyway, but anything missing, you know, even like the hook, you're talking about money. And although they're not that expensive for PX, you're still spending money where you probably shouldn't need to. Another place where PX is rot is here, and under the back of the frame here. This frame's all rock solid. It was an old boy scooter before I bought it anyway, so local scooter to where I live. But yeah, check the suspension's okay at the back. You're not wobbling. You will always have a bit of play in the back hub on a Vespa. A lot of MOT guys will say to you, look, there's play in the hub. That's normal, honestly. I've had loads of PXs and GSs and what have you, and the GS is not as bad as the PX, but they all suffer from it. As I say, this is new switches. It's had quite a few bob spent on it, and I'm toying with the idea next year of actually putting it back to the blue it was originally, the metallic blue, and getting rid of the chrome and whatever, and just putting it back to standard. The problem I've got is that it's going to be tuned up over the winter, so that's going to be my next project, doing the engine to that. We've got the SIP cylinder when they release it. I will put in vape ignition to it, changing that to 12 volt from 6 volt. It'll look exactly like it does at the moment, but hopefully it should go a lot better than the 60 odd mile an hour it does now. It's not a massively slower scooter than a PX, believe it or not. But yeah, I want to get out on that one next year a bit more, as well as my Series 2. So I'm going to call it a day here. These are different. If you're buying a GS, I could probably do a video on that, but you're looking at things like original speedos. That is the original speedo for this bike, but you're talking about 500 quid for that on its own. So you don't want to make a mistake and not have the bits for these. The same really is the PX. Okay, thanks for watching, everybody. And if you've got any requests for like buying tips or whatever, then just drop me a line. No problem. Take care, everyone. Bye.